One of the most major reasons why users of market terminals like Bloomberg or Thomson Reuters Icon or eSignal use Updata is the ability to scan lots of data sets and come up with technical criteria really quickly. And Updata scanning alerting is so powerful, and I just want to give you a quick overview of that right now. Of course, Updata runs on over 100 different data sources on different market terminals, on trading platforms, data feeds. So it gives you this ability out of the box to plug in different services and then just run this scaling capability on top of it. So really powerful, and I can just show you why it is so powerful. So here, for example, I've got Bloomberg, Reuters, and eSignal all running simultaneously into Updata. This is the NASDAQ 100. And to just show you why it is so quick on Updata, I can just draw. Let's just start by just drawing a template. I could take something like a relative strength, momentum, and an unbalanced volume chart, and literally I just go to this list here, and you see how quickly these charts change. I'm just scrolling down with the arrow keys. These charts are all changing so quickly on the system because Updata has this unique ability to cache the data locally, which when it comes to scanning makes the scanning super quick, and we'll see that in a minute. So that's the technology behind why the scanning is so powerful, but let's just go straight away and look at some of the scans. So Updata has this pre-built, you can have pre-built scans just from our libraries. So we have lots of different scans here. Bollinger Bands, you could say, okay, I want to see, here's a really simple one, Bollinger Bands where the price is above the upper band and the RSI is above 60. I can just simply go away, download that, and straight away it will be there available to me just to run out of the box. It will be in my Bollinger Bands. Here it is. So I can run that scan. Now straight away what I can do if I want to go and just see that scan is just click on it and edit it. And you can see here that we've actually got two conditions in place. So the first one is that the Bollinger Band is above that level, so I'll just accept those changes. And the second one is the RSI is above 60. So again, I can just accept those changes. But I could easily edit those in that environment. So if I just save and run this highlighter, so I'm just going to save it because I've edited it, and then I can just go to my list. So if I go to a NASDAQ list, let's start with say well, we can go on the eSignal list here of the NASDAQ, and you can see how quickly it's scanning those results. And here it's got the two criteria, so we can only find one. Here we go. So there's actually this many that have met both criteria, and you can actually see that only 13 have met both criteria. And then I can just simply scan through the results, and it will scan the charts with both criteria showing on the chart. So this is a really important aspect. I'm straight away getting to the stocks that are meeting my criteria. We're above the Bollinger Band top, and we're above 60 on the RSI. And you saw how quickly it found those criteria. So there is literally no limit to how many scans you can run. And if I just show you some of the other scans that you can look at, so if we look at something like on balance volume divergence, and this time we'll go and run this on the Reuters NASDAQ list. So here's the Reuters NASDAQ list, and before I do run that, I'll just show you what this actual indicator, how you do it. You simply just take the tab, if we're writing that highlighter from new, divergence, on balance volume. So really that simple. So if we run this, yes, I'm just going to replace it. Run the calculation, and again this is now on the Reuters data set coming from the NASDAQ 100, just as quick because all that data is scanned. And now I can just go through, and you can see that it's found divergence. This is something that's really difficult to calculate via computer, but here it's found where the on-balance volume is rising and the price is falling. So we're looking for just divergence between those two. If I take you to running a highlighter from new, so let's just look at how we would write one from new. So here's something like Head and Shoulders. You can change all of the different heights of the Head and Shoulders, and you can scan for Head and Shoulders. You can scan for candle patterns. You can create your own formulae of candles that you want to scan for, but these are all pre-written in your system, so saving you doing that. You could scan for fundamentals on the Bloomberg's data set, for example. Or one of the things that's really powerful within Updata is point and figure scans. You can scan for custom indicators. There's over 1,000 custom indicators and trading strategies in the Updata system, and you can scan for stocks meeting criteria on those as well. And of course you can just scan for very simple things like we just looked at, where the RSI is above a level, etc. And you can put multiple criteria in, so you can literally scan for as many things as you want. But let's have a look at point and figure. So if we scan for point and figure, a percentage point and figure chart, this is really, really powerful. So I can say I want to find on 1% log scale point and figure charts where I've got double top breakout patterns, and again I can edit these patterns as well, and what I want is that the trend is up and I want the upside target to be greater than 50%. So again, a really powerful aspect where now I'm scanning for uptrends and I'm scanning for upside price targets. I add this condition and I can save and run this one, and I'll just call it upside. I'm going to call it upside 50%. 50 plus, how's that? Upside 50 plus. So I want to scan for stocks that have got a 50% upside. And this time I'll do it on a Bloomberg list. So literally I can just go and grab the NASDAQ index members, run this calculation, and now it's got to run two passes. If you imagine what log scale point and figure charts are, they are variable box size charts where the actual box size is varying by 1%. So it really is quite a powerful scan. So it's running this first through the data to calculate these 1% point and figure charts. This would take years to be able to calculate these charts by hand, and then the upside targets, but this is the power of computing and the software. So here we're starting to see stocks that are coming in, and we can see that in the NASDAQ 100 there's effectively at the moment 3 stocks with 50% upside. Now of course I could specify a lesser upside, a different box size, and there's actually 4, and then I can actually go and look at the results. And so here we see the point and figure charts with the upside targets on. So here we see we've got an upside target of 107, that's the 50%, and here another one on Lamb Research and another one on Yahoo. So there are 4 stocks at the moment with 50% upside. Now I could, as I say, I could reduce my percentage, or I could change the box size. I could add extra criteria. So really, really powerful in that regard. So if and there really is no limit to the highlighters that you can run. You can grab them from the library and experiment. You can edit them. Really, really powerful, and you can of course scan for custom indicators as well. So you can pretty well scan for any technical criteria that you want. One of the things that's really powerful in Updata is the alerting function. Now, if you're running on a trading platform, here we're running on Easy Screen, I can simply set alerts from the chart, and this is a really powerful aspect, and I can go and submit that order straight away and I will get filled to the trading platform. So that's one of the really powerful aspects of alerting within Updata. But of course I can create alerts on any chart. So if I go back to my Bloomberg ticker, you can see here that I've got multiple data sources that I'm running into my analytics platform. But if I choose something like Apple, it remembers the Bloomberg codes, really powerful again in that regard. And I can say, okay, what I'd like to be able to do is I'd like to be able to see the optimized stops. And this is just hit the S key in Updata, click on the chart, and it's telling you that 4.75% is the optimum stop to use to catch these runs in Apple. And again, I can just then go and click on the stop loss itself, If I just right hand click on the stop loss, chart alert, and I can say, okay, alert me when this stop loss is broken. I can say, do I want to trade from this alert if I am going to a trading platform, and then it will put the alert in. And what's really powerful is that I can then get this alert screen coming in my in alerts. So really, again, very, very valuable there. You can just set alerts straight from the charts. Of course, not all alerts are so simple. If I just cancel that, not all alerts are so simple. You might have something like just a trend line, and you've got a changing alert every day, and again with trailing stop loss will do that. You can set an alert from there as well, so just simply chart alert and alert me when this trend line is crossed. And you can see now we've got some quite good capabilities here. I only want to be alerted today because I'm out of the office, or for the next week because I'm going on holiday for a week, or I just want to wait until it's broken. So there's a whole series of different alert types that you might then go for. And so if I go for today only, again it's asking me if I want to trade from this alert, but that alert is now set on that trend line. But the alerts, of course, get even more powerful. And if I set an alert from native, here we see the alert details, so I can actually say I want to take, say, that NASDAQ scan that I was doing. So if I go to, I've got lots of lists here, but if I go to my NASDAQ list and I then want an alert type, which I could then say is it's a highlighter, and so I can literally go and get one of my highlighters, and it will then take my upside highlighter, and I want to be alerted every time a new stock comes into that list of 50% upside, and I will get alerted based on that highlighter. You can see I can have very simple price light alerts. I can even write my own expression. So if I wanted to write an expression, I can write code there that will give me an alert as well. And the alert type here, I can run it on a folder, I can run it on individual instruments, and you can also just set the frequency. Some users will want this alert every minute, other users just say, let's just run this every hour, just let me know. And so it's, again, based on the power of your computer. You might then, if you're running lots and lots of alerts real time, you might need just to have the most powerful spec PC. But again, this gives you the power to do whatever you want. And you can then say, I'd like to play a sound, I'd like to be sent an email, so you put your email settings in, I'd like to get a chart image sent to me in the email. I can actually say send me an SMS message, open an alert window where I'll actually see it, actually open the chart itself as soon as the alert comes in, or just display a pop-up in the bottom of the screen. That's quite nice if I'm just looking for things that are meeting my criteria all the time. So the alerting is just another really, really powerful aspect of running your Updata system. So the scanning and the alerting married together gives you a really powerful way to run this across all your data sets. So scanning is really, really powerful in an Updata. Why not give it a try?